Okay. So let's talk to Liliana and see what she has to say here.
Well, here I am.
She's not bad looking. There's a vision of yours.
I knew this would come up sooner or later.
She's got a weird accent.
I don't know how to explain.
I can't put my
but
finger
I had
on
a
it.
dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything.
Damn.
And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell. And the darkness drew me in.
What then?
When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rose bush in the corner had flowered.
Ew.
Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
And this made you want to help me?
In my dream, I fell. or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the blight devours everything?
The Chantress is the Maker's left us. The Blight is the Maker's punishment. I suppose I shouldn't sit by either. Let's say that.
He's still here. I hear him in the wind and the waves. I feel him in the sunlight that warms my skin. I know what the Chantry says about the Maker, and what should I believe? What I feel in my heart, or what others tell me?
Good point. You're saying the Chantry is wrong. Believe what feels right to you, Liliana. That's right.
Thank you. It's nice to find someone who agrees. I know what I know, and no one will ever make that untrue.
Ah, she approves for +4.
Yes? Well, here I am.
What else can we talk about? What was life like in the Chantry
Quiet.
Cloister?
It was a life suited for
cloister.
contemplation. In the cloister, away from the fuss and the flurry of the cities, I found peace. And in that stillness, I could hear the Maker. But it was not perfect. Some of my Chantry fellows were condescending. That is the nature of religious folk, I suppose.
Okay, condescending, how so?
When I talked about my beliefs, that the Maker reveals himself in the beauty of his world, they treated me with disdain. They want to believe that he's gone, so that when he turns his gaze on them, it means they are special, chosen. He cannot possibly have love for all, the sick and the weary, the beggars and the fools.
What did you say to them?
What can I say to them? What they believe is what the Chantry says, and the Chantry is infallible, yes? Maybe I am wrong. But it is the Maker's place to decide if I am worthy, not men, not the Chantry. But there is work to be done, and I have talked enough for now.
Another +4 from Liliana.
Yes?
Alright, I think there's
Well,
another conversation we
here
can
I
have
am.
here, eh? One more. What would someone like you be doing in Lothering's Chantry?
What is meant by someone like me?
You don't seem to belong in a cloister, you know, a beautiful, charming woman like yourself. There you go. Compliment her.
And there were no beautiful, charming women in the cloisters, you think? You would be wrong. There were many lovely young initiates in the Lothering cloister. All of them chaste and virtuous. It added to their mystique. Because then, they were forbidden. And forbidden fruit is the sweeter, no?
No. So, can we go back to the Lothering now? Those initiates can't have been more lovely than you. Oh, yes, keep complimenting her.
Flatterer. I, however, did not take vows, and so perhaps I am not as enigmatic.
She didn't
The
take
Chantry
vows. Oh,
provides
shit.
succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
What did you do before that? Affirmed? And why were you seeking safe harbor? Let's see. Let's see. What does affirmed
We
mean?
affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
Why were you seeking safe harbor? Yeah, let's ask.
The chantry does not pride, and you should. I desired time apart from the world. I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Got a +6 for that one, and my codex actually got updated. That's pretty crazy. Now, what I'm wondering is this. What I'm wondering is this. I found some item gifts, remember? What person are these gifts best for? Let's find them first of all, right? A golden scythe, a small carved statuette, and wine. Who would want those the most? Because I'd like to give them to them. But... He's actually got a spiked collar. I didn't even know that. Sackbiter. Like, would she like the carved statuette? I don't know who would like what. Huh. I don't know. I wish I knew what was good for what. I don't want to waste it. I might have to look it up. I might have to go to, like, I'm sure there's 10 billion guides for this game. I might have to look it up and try to figure out, you know, what gift is for who. So that, when I give them, I get the biggest boost. I don't want to get a, you know, a boost that's not good enough. Because you know, wasting the gifts. Yeah, so I'm going to hold off on that for now. Until I look it up later. Alright? So is there anything else to do in camp besides talk to Alistair and frickin' the dog? Neither of which I really... Like, the dog I'm probably never going to use. I wish Sten would talk to me, but he won't.
Yes.
What were you doing in that cage?
Sitting, as you observed.
Oh my god. Do you have to be so literal?
No, it's a choice, not a necessity.
Just tell me.
I did. Parshera, was there anything else? I am hardly surprised.
Why'd you come to Ferelden?
To answer a question.
Huh. What was the question?
The Arishok asked what is the Blight. By his curiosity, I am now here.
Huh. Okay. What's an Arishok?
The one who commands the Antam, the body of the Kunari.
Why does he care about the Blight?
Why do you?
Ferelden is my home.
So if this Blight were in Orlais, it could consume the land with impunity. Don't strain yourself pondering that. I do not know why the Arishok sent us. He commands and I go.
Alright, did you find the answer?
A portion of it.
What was the answer?
Were you not at Ostagar when the army was overwhelmed? That is your answer.
Don't you have to report back?
Yes.
When are you going to do that?
Never. I cannot go home.
Why not?
It doesn't matter now. Can we move on? We keep the Darkspawn waiting. Speak, then.
Want to discuss something else? Oh, there's nothing else I can talk about.
Then I suggest we move on.
Let's go.
As you wish.
I cannot get anywhere with him in conversation. He's a freaking stonewall, man. I can't get anything out of him. What a pain in the ass. Huh.